people, what you telling me back again for another footy talk? Do you know what I'm saying? 3-point collectors in the building, fam. What you telling me, fam?
Bro, I'm good, man. I'm good. You know what I mean, bro? The weather's nice in London. Chelsea won for a change, which is mad. And, Man United are one step closer to getting into the top 4, which is brilliant news. You know what I'm saying, bro? So we'll see what you man can do this weekend and that, because I need Liverpool to do a little something, bro. But we're going to chat because I've got a different agenda now, blood.
Man said get into the top 4. We've been here for a little while now, mate. Been here for a little while now, bro. It's comfy up here, mate. I must say.
Secure it quickly then, innit? Secure it quickly then, bro. You get it done, man.
Secured. You know the way there? It's secured. Aston Villa still got to play Man City, Liverpool, and Tottenham, I think.
Fantastic. They've got Tottenham next year. You're right.
Yeah, they got Tottenham, Man City, and Liverpool, bruv. Like, so listen, top 4 is secure for us.
It's looking like Villa gonna finish 5th, don't it?
Maybe, but at best. At best. Do you know what I'm saying? I think they're on a downward trajectory. If you look at their recent results, their form is going the other way at the wrong time of the season, and they might have half an eye on the European Cup.
Broski, we're pathetic, man. Like Villa are only above us right now still because we just weren't winning games. They've not been on good form, bro.
They haven't been winning games either.
You know what I mean? I think they've got like, is it 2 wins in their last however many games it's been?
Maybe 6 or something, maybe more than that. Because I've seen they've had bare draws and losses.
Exactly, bro. They've been dropping points, but then so have we. You know, bro, 5 losses in a row. What do you think is gonna happen? Even our goal difference right now, Rants. Yeah, even now you've got better goal difference, bro, because we just kept getting touched by 3 goals in that, blood. You know what I mean? Rafinha legit came and fucked up the goal difference and cut out. And we had five losses in a row. Yeah, like I said to you yesterday at halftime, bro. It's a United thing right now, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? Because you and Liverpool are my last hope to get into this competition, and you're gonna do it for me, aren't you? You man are gonna do it for me, broski.
Yeah, but bro, not because we want to, bro. Like, let's be real. Like, we don't care about you lot. We only care about ourselves.
Yeah, but you've got no choice. You've got no choice, bro. You man thought, these men are dusted. They've got no chance to get Champions League now, bro. We've still got a chance to get in there, blood. And I want to be shameless about it. Yeah, I get the best of both worlds, because if we get 6th and Villa win the Europa League and they finish 5th, and then Champions League comes to us, these men are still mudded, because you man are still gonna be above us. Villa are still gonna be above us. Liverpool are still gonna be above us, bro. Yeah, there's 2 teams that I've mentioned there that were not expected to be finishing above Chelsea this season. I'm sorry, bro. A lot of people I spoke to were not predicting Villa and Man United to finish above us. So this thing where if people are saying, we better not get Champions League and that, I need these guys mudded and that, bro. I hear it from that angle, but end of the day, Rants, I'm scared of the other angle of not getting Champions League, and then we don't spend. Sorry, and then they use that as an excuse to not go and spend the money. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's the opposite, you know. I think if Chelsea don't get Champions League, I think you'll spend more, bro. I think that getting Champions League might breed complacency and you might spend less.
Bro, the thing is, yeah, like, you can say that, but the thing is about these guys, the point is they're unpredictable. We don't know where it's going to go, because last time we had Champions League, they didn't really make use of it, bro. You know what I mean? But it wouldn't shock me if they turned around saying, we've lost out on so-and-so because we've got no Champions League football. So I'm in the camp of, I don't want to give these guys any excuse, innit? I don't want to be in a situation, yeah, where we're losing out on a player like we did with Olise. I've told you already, bro. Olise said yes to us. We came back a year later. We had no Champions League football. So man's like, yo, Bayern Munich are coming right now.
Yeah, but realistically, what do you think here? Your chances of getting Olise anyway, bro? It looks like he's made the greatest. It looks like he made the greatest decision of his career going to Bayern Munich. If he went to Chelsea,
bro,
like, brother, that would have been career suicide, bro.
Nah, it wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have been, because we wouldn't have had to suffer watching Neto on the right.
Do you think he would have been a Ballon d'Or contender at Chelsea? Because he will be a Ballon d'Or contender.
He would have done exactly what he was doing at Crystal Palace, bro, just at a bigger club.
But he would have been a Ballon d'Or contender, because now he's in the French national team. He's potentially playing to be in a Champions League final. He's just won his league. He wasn't winning the league at Chelsea. He probably doesn't make the French team playing at Chelsea. And
things could have been different. Things could have been different for the guy, but I still believe that we are much better. We're in a much better place with Olise, bro. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, if you go to Bayern Munich, bro, it's easier to go win the league over there, and he's already playing in a ready-made team. But I'm not gonna now act like if we didn't bring him in, we're gonna be the same. I don't think we would have been the same, bro. I have to watch Neto and Shirley on the other side of the wings, bro, getting 1v1s time and time again with Maresco, with Rafinha, and they break it down. That's not happening with Olise, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's not happening with this guy. So we would have definitely been in a much better position where we're not scrambling for top 5 and that, because this guy would have been creating some good chances for us. He would have been scoring himself. He would have just been, you know, more of a threat on the pitch as well. You know what I'm saying?
Look at this question, though. Look at this question, though.
Go.
Now, why do you need Champions League? You had Champions League and you signed Garnacho and
Bro, I hear that. I hear that, bro. I've already said it. They could do the same thing again, yes. But I'm just in the camp now of they have been exposed, bro. This season, they have been exposed. This is the first time that we've ever seen the players coming out talking the way that they have been, bro. So
yeah, for sure.
I feel like right now they've been put in a chiz. You know what I'm saying? They've actually been put in a corner that they didn't think they were going to be put into, bro. Right? To the point where they're now talking about self-reflection and that. Yeah. No one's going to let these guys get away with nothing, bro. Even if we win the FA Cup, Rants, I think a lot of people's eyes have been open. You know what I mean? Yep. They've been open, bro. So that's how I kind of look at things, innit? For me, it's like, we need to get it, bro. We need to get it, bro. For the club, for the fans.
I'll be honest. I think the best thing that can happen to Chelsea is that you miss out on Champions League and you lose that final, bro, because it's going to make your owners actually face the music, innit? Like, you see in life sometimes...
They're facing it already, man. They're facing it already. They're facing it already.
You can live in delusion if you're still having success doing the wrong things, bro. Like, you see it all the time, bro. A lot of people, in life get away with just doing the bare minimum, and the only time they change that is when they stop having success, bro. That's the reality. If you're being successful doing the bare minimum, you continue to do that, bro.
Yeah, but Rants, though, these man, bro, you're acting like if we get the FA Cup or we get Champions League,
imagine if you get both off the back of all this bullshit you're doing. What is the incentive to change?
Yeah, but bro, that's just Chelsea, bro. That's just Chelsea. It's in our DNA that even if we're in our worst moments, we can still leave with a trophy. That's just the reality of our club. That's what they've bought. You know,
this is the worst you've been run, though.
This is the worst we've been run, yes, but bro, we were run badly before in the past, and we still ended up winning trophies over there, blood. You know what I'm saying? Like when we won the Champions League, we was nowhere near competing in that. Look where we was. we got ourselves back into the Champions League the following year because we won it, bro. Yeah, having to bring in Di Matteo and these sort of things, broski. Right? We've got man like Dan Potts now managing us. It would just be like Chelsea for this guy to go and win a trophy, bro. The same amount of
the way you played against Leeds, like it looked like the old Chelsea, innit? Like he's just gone back to the basics, man. And I could honestly see you scumbag in the FA Cup. I don't know about the top 4. I could see you scumbag in the FA Cup, but I don't think that helps you long term. Look at Tottenham. Tottenham won that trophy, in spite of all of the bullshit at their club, and they're paying for it now.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. But again, there's a key factor people keep missing, bro. The players have come out, bro. The players, Cucurella has come out. Enzo Fernandez has come out. We've got that situation to deal with as well, right? Obviously, we need to bring in a new manager, bro. But I'm sorry, I'm not hearing this thing of we can still attract players without Champions League football, bro. I literally witnessed us losing out on Olise, a guy who said yes the year before, right? And then when Bayern Munich come along with Champions League, he picks those guys, bro. Because for me, I still believe if we had Champions League that year, Rants, I think he still stays in London. I think he comes Chelsea, bro. Right? He was heavily considering us, bro. Heavily considering us again. You know what I mean? But then we've got no Champions League football to give my man. I don't want to be in a situation where we're going back and forth to go get a Rodgers, for example, and a man picks United, or he picks Arsenal, whatever, right? And I know you're going to be looking at Delap, but I already saw what you were saying about Delap, you and Saeed, talking about the next fucking Harry Kane and whatnot, right? He fucking rejected you guys.
Bro. The context of that, and I repeat, the next Harry Kane in terms of being England's long-term number 9. Do you know what I'm saying? The great white.
Yeah, but talk about the style of play.
Brother, England love a great white.
You like his style of play.
Nothing to do with the style of play.
You were talking about how he brings others into play. He's a very good guy on the ball. He's technical. He was talking. Yes, he was. You were literally caught in HD saying all of this, bro.
Context, bro.
So you're telling me that he wasn't saying that about his style of play?
Context, bro. Listen, he is nowhere near the level of a Harry Kane. The context is, he's going to be England's main striker long term, and I still believe he is because he's got no competition.
I was saying the same thing.
He's got no competition. He's got no competition. Yeah, like Delap
is not as bad. You like him.
He's not as bad as you're making him look.
Exactly. Spot on. Right. Spot on. But what happened though, Rants? When you guys wanted him, when Newcastle wanted him, he rejected those guys and said, "I'm gonna go to the club that are playing in the Champions League." That's what he said. So you run the risk.
He should have gone to the club that suited the way he wanted to play football, and we're going to use him the right way. This is the problem with these footballers. Man that ain't played Champions League, saying they want Champions League. That's crazy. No, but the thing is, there. As a man, if you've never had a baddie, you can't be saying, yo, you know what? I want a baddie. Bro, can you maintain one?
I hear it. Listen,
I can't maintain a baddie, bro. Not everyone's going to be in the Eiffel Tower like fucking like Don, you know? Not every man wants to be in Paris, bro, every weekend. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes man just want to cool Nando's and that.
I get what you're saying. Delap wasn't at the level to be really saying, I'm going to go to the club that's going to go get Champions League football. I get it. I get that point you're making. But my point is, there's going to be players this window, Rants, who are at that level and could be rejected us because we haven't got Champions League. With Delap, bro, you're spot on, bro. Delap, for me, if he had gone to Man United, number one, he is going to be starting games.
Right, he would have scored way more playing for us.
Right? Exactly. And he would have been playing with fucking Bruno Fernandes behind him, right?
Precisely.
Who sees the run and he just plays the pass. Yeah. The guy that was meant to be our Bruno, and I'd always tell you about Enzo's creativity because he's been creating again this season. Our highest.
He's been box crashing this season.
He's been box crashing, but he's also creates and it doesn't always get finished, right? Palmer was meant to be the guy that was meant to be our Bruno again this season because we all know how good Palmer is at creating. Broski, Palmer's creativity this season has been nowhere near it, bro. Yeah, it's been nowhere near it. I see Delap coming on the pitch, microwave minutes. Yeah, I see this guy making runs.
But if loads of players are not performing, who are we holding accountable for this?
And that's what I'm saying. The environment. I spoke about this on Midday Live.
Okay.
The environment at Chelsea has not been good this season.
Correct.
Yeah? I look at Delap. I look at the injury that he got at the beginning, bro. Right. I look at the fact that he's trying to learn a new system. I've told you before about the bunch of players that we've got, bro. These men are not used to playing with a guy like a Delap. They like playing with the Jacksons and the João Pedros and those sort of guys. They're yet to really understand how to play with just a natural guy that's going to be a number 9. You know what I'm saying, bro? Yeah. And then TTM says Palmer's creativity fell off 2 seasons ago. No, it didn't. Last season, he was creating he was creating at an even higher rate than the season before. But last season, what was poor was his finishing. Yeah. And then if you remember last season, his creativity, bro, you had guys like Jackson and Madueke taking a piss, even against you, man. Yeah. We played you lot at the bridge last season when we beat you 1-0. Yeah. You remember that chance that he gave to Madueke and Madueke just kicked it past the post?
Yeah, but some of his best link up was with Noni, bro.
Bro, it was with Noni, yes. But the thing about Palmer, his decision making has just been poor. And on top of that,
bro, like I would really like to sit down and analyze every single Cole Palmer assist at Chelsea because I'm not quite sure that he's been profiled correctly, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if he's as creative as people are making up. I don't know.
Bro, he is, man. Let's not do this, broski.
No, Palmer, but I'm not sure.
Palmer, he is, bro.
I am not sure, innit? Because a lot of people were doing the GA thing with Palmer, and the thing is, Palmer, I have a feeling that Palmer is more of a goal scoring number 10 than a creative number 10.
Nah, man. Bro. He's a creative first.
I think he is, bro.
He's a creative
first. He is. Because if you give Palmer if you give Palmer the opportunity to pass or shoot, I feel like he's gonna shoot, bro.
Yeah, but that's decision making though. Yeah.
But I don't know. But I think he likes goals more than assists, bro. When I watch him play and he gets into certain areas, I feel like he wants to shoot, innit? Like I think he sees himself more as an attacking player like that.
Yeah, but that's just poor decision making though. One thing, what I really like about Palmer, why I kept propping the signing when we made it, bro, was the fact that his IQ was beyond his years. His decision-making was beyond his years, bro.
But is it decision-making or is it his profile? Because if you look at Cunha's a goal-scoring number 10. Like, he's not creative, really. He'll get assists, but he'll rather shoot than pass, innit? And I feel like Palmer's kind of like a Cunha, yeah, just without the physicality.
Are you, bro? Let me just give you a few examples, bro. Do you remember last season that pass that he gave to Neto against Newcastle?
Bro, I'm not saying he can't pass, bro. He's a very good passer with the ball, but that's not his. That's not his go-to, though.
You're trying to undermine how good he is at passing the ball and creating.
No, I'm not. Just because you're good at passing, that don't mean you'll pass. Rooney was a good passer with the ball, but you're still a striker.
Yeah, but Rooney was still one of the best facilitators in the league. He was a finisher and he was a great facilitator, and that's the same thing. Yeah, but
he was also a lot more physical than Cole Palmer. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like Cole Palmer,
you don't need to be
physicality to play in midfield, innit? So naturally, you're saying, his decision making needs to be better.
Bro, his decision making this season's just been poor, bro. Like he's not been at it. He's not been at it. It's as simple as that. Because the Palmer that I've been watching is not the Palmer that I know and the Palmer that I love. Right?
But what has changed? Are you blaming him? Are you blaming the system?
I've said many things, bro. There's been many problems. The fact that he's playing with guys like Shirley, you know, the fact that he got injured.
So you don't trust his teammates? That's what you're saying?
Oh, yeah, yes, exactly that. Him and Neto they don't have a relationship. Him and Neto don't like each other. But
Neto's the ever-present in the team, so why is he not looking for him?
Bro, this is the thing, though. Those two are like oil and water, bro. You know what I'm saying? They don't mix well. Right? Obviously, Palmer, yes, he got the injury. He came back. He wasn't looking fit and whatnot. Cool. But there's only so long I kept talking about the injury, bro. I said, yo, it's been a while now. You've been here for a minute. You're getting in good positions, yeah, to be fucking creating for people, and you'd rather shoot. There was even a game against who did we play against, bro? Who was it that we played against? Esteval, when Esteval got a booking. Yeah, against Man City. Yeah. This guy was just making poor decisions every time he's getting the ball into the final third. We're breaking down the play. Esteval's getting frustrated on the other side because, again, why are you not finding me? Why are you trying to go for the shot instead of going for the pass? These are just simple things, yeah? This season, bro, Palmer, 3 big chances this season is pathetic, right? Last season, no one created more than Enzo and Palmer as a duo, bro. Not a single duo in the Prem created more than those two.
But here's my thing, yeah? Here's my thing. Cole Palmer creates way more chances from that inside right channel, bro, from out wide.
Right half space.
Exactly. Like, he is a right 10.
He's been played there a lot, bro.
He's a right 10 in the Amorim system, just like Cunha was. Like, for me, he's not a central 10. He's not a single 10. This is my argument. I feel like the game is too physical for him to be a single 10, bro. He's a double 10 or he's a winger in the modern game. I'm not saying that he's not a number 10 by profile. He's a number 10 by profile, but by positioning, he's a wide player. I think he's struggling because he can't deal with the physical side of the game, yeah, being a single 10.
Nah, man, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I hear what you're saying, bro, in terms of like people crowding him out and things like this. But Palmer at his best, bro, even in tight spaces, he is so good, man.
He's still good in tight spaces, but
if you go back to the game,
I don't feel like centrally he can have the same impact.
Bro, listen, I've seen Palmer shell it down the middle. I've seen him shell it on the right.
Yeah, but that's when he drifts into the middle. It's not the same as starting there.
I've seen this guy locked up on the right, and I've also seen him locked up down the middle. When you just see Palmer's having a poor game, I think people do too much, you know, over analysis of the guy. Sometimes I see people saying, "Oh, Palmer can't play in the left half space." I've seen Palmer shell it in the left half space, bro. Yeah, and I've also seen Palmer have stinkers in the right half space. Yeah, so there's times where you just got to look at it, Rants, and just call it as you see it, bro. You just weren't good enough. Your decision making.
If a player's not good enough for the whole season, then it can't just be that Palmer's just not good anymore.
Bro, it's not that Palmer's not good anymore. We know that the various things that have happened this season, bro. Yeah. Let me just tell you, look at this. So this season, Palmer has created 22 chances this season, yeah? His expected assist this season is 2.14, right? Now, last season, broski, yeah? His expected assist last season was 9.14. He created 89 chances, yeah? 89 chances last season, right? And you got TTM saying, his creativity wasn't that good, hasn't been that good for 2 seasons. Bro, he was creating at a mad rate.
Yeah, I was even how were these chances created? Were these chances created from set pieces? Were they created from open play?
everywhere. Because Palmer don't even take our corners. Our corners are taken by like Reese, Enzo. You know, Palmer would take free kicks, like the direct ones, but Palmer creates in open play, bro. You know what I mean? Like, one thing about that guy, if he's not scoring you goals, he's gonna be creating for you. Last season, I'm telling you, that guy's finishing last season was poor, bro. He kept missing, but I was still happy with his performances to an extent, because I'm like, okay, you're missing, you're shit in front of goal, but at least you're still creating some good chances for us, bro. You know what I'm saying? So when Sheikh says this, yeah, like Palmer's more of a goal scorer than a playmaker. Nah, I'm sorry, man. I think he's more of a playmaker than he is a goal scorer, right? The good thing for us is that we get the best of both worlds. He's good in front of goal usually, and he's a very good facilitator, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. Palmer, one thing about that guy, his weight of pass is really good. You know what I mean? Really, really good, bro. And this thing about he's missing Jackson, he was doing the physical job, unlike João Pedro. Broski, Palmer, people need to remember, yeah, it got to a point where Palmer was kicking the post at the Club World Cup because Jackson was just doing some petulant shit. He's getting in front of goal, man's hitting the side net, and instead of just passing it across the box, right? Second half of last season, there was no chemistry between Palmer and Jackson because Jackson was stinking out of the place. Yeah. So let's not use Jackson now and say, oh, it's because Jackson's gone, that's why he's not playing like this.
No, but I think, yeah,
accountable, man.
No, but one thing I would say about Nicholas Jackson, yeah, his movement, yeah, facilitates opportunities, because Jackson's the kind of guy that will make runs and almost force you to play the ball. Do you know what I'm saying?
João Pedro does the same. João Pedro does the same. Look at the assist. Look at the assist.
João Pedro's more likely to come towards the ball than Jackson is, bro. Jackson will run away from the ball.
One thing that Pedro does when he plays with Palmer, he runs away from the ball because he knows that Palmer will find him. Go remind yourself of the goal he scored against PSG, bro, in the Club World Cup, right?
Yeah, but how often is he doing that, brother? That's
when he plays with João Pedro makes those runs in behind. Even this season,
I was watching you, man, the other day, and I was watching João Pedro drop in and receive the ball in his own half, bro. He's not running like Jackson was going out to the wings and running and stretching, bro. They don't make the same moves.
Yeah, but bro, if you go look at Jackson's heat map and Pedro's heat map, it will be very similar, because there's times in the game where Pedro will drop deep. There's times in the game Jackson will drop deep. There's times in the game I see João Pedro.
Yeah, but heat map doesn't show. Heat map will show, yeah, more often than not your finishing position, not your starting position. I think João Pedro is more of a 10. Jackson's more of a 9 in terms of his movement, bruv.
Yeah, but factually, bro, yeah, when Rafinha came in, factually, what do you call it? Pedro was not dropping as deep as what he was with Maresca. He changed his role. He was just staying.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
To score more goals, right? Even the goal that we scored this season against Leeds at home, Palmer found João Pedro in behind. João Pedro finished it, bro. But like I've said, Palmer himself has not been influential. One thing I can always look at Palmer and say, yo, you're the talisman. You're the guy that's gonna be, you know, creating for us, having some shots on goal, making something happen. Bro, his spark has gone. He's just looking like any average guy on the pitch, bro. You know what I'm saying? He just looks like a toy soldier on the pitch, blood. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, come on, bro. You got to fix up, because guys like Morgan Gibbs-White and that, they've been better than you. And if he still goes to the World Cup, then, bro, it's a name thing. You know what I mean? Or based on performances, he shouldn't be going. He should not be going World Cup, bro. And I just have to be honest. Yeah? And bring up that comment from TTM as well. I didn't read it properly. Just bring it up there, man.
Is that about the heat map?
I strongly disagree with you here, Don. The heat map isn't going to tell you the state of the game when they were in these areas. Was their team off on the ball? Yeah, but the point that I'm making, TTM, is Jackson used to do very similar things to João Pedro. Sometimes you see him dropping, sometimes he's running in behind. Bro, João Pedro,
the goal that he scored against Palace. Hold on, analyze the game, Don, yeah?
Let me finish my point, though, yeah?
You're gone.
The goal that João Pedro scored against Palace, right? When Esteval found him in behind, he was running the channels. He ran the channel. He cut in, he chopped Wharton, and he banged it in. Yeah,
but that's one moment.
He does that a lot, though, bro. He runs the channels.
No, but bro, how I like to analyze players is what they do the majority of the time, what their default is. Because players can do certain things in certain instances, but it's not their default. And this is why, when I look at someone like a Cole Palmer, this is the reason why I will say, yeah, like, in his head, he's more of a goal scorer than a creator, because when I look at the way he likes to drift, the way he likes to get on the ball, yeah, even that the fact that when he's on the right wing, yeah, he likes to drop into that half space is because he wants to shoot, bro. He's not in there to create. Like, he'll create. If he sees something, he'll play the pass. But more often than not, he's trying to eat, bro. Like, and when I look at certain players, I always look at what if they could do whatever they want, what would they choose to do? Not what are they forced to do. So sometimes, like João Pedro, you said under Maresca, he occupied a different space. But I would argue that's because he's been asked to do that. But if you leave João Pedro to his own devices, he's dropping in and receiving the ball because he wants to be on the ball.
Jackson was the same
player.
Jackson was the same, bro.
Jackson used to drop sometimes, but Jackson would run both channels, and he would be offside a lot, bro, because he would get caught trying to stretch the play, bro.
He was, but I'm telling you, bro, Jackson was doing similar shit, bro. Even if you go back to last season, like I'm just giving you examples off the top of my head, bro. Right? When we scored against Bournemouth at home, Jackson was basically playing at centre mid where he picked up the ball, and then he found Palmer. Yeah, he got the ball from like the halfway line, turned a couple man, played the ball to Palmer, goal. Right? So listen, I don't disagree with what you're saying about Palmer likes to score goals, but I feel like Palmer also likes to create. One thing that he likes to do when he cuts in, right? He doesn't always shoot. He likes to float the ball back post. Do you get it? He likes to float that ball back post, or he'll cut in and he'll wait for the overlapping run and he'll just play it. And that's where you're talking about Madueke, because he used to do that a lot of Madueke.
Precisely.
Right,
but that's more of a system thing because he's got that runner there.
Exactly. But then again, there's no relationship between him and Neto. Him and Neto, they just don't combine together. And that's why it's frustrating as a Chelsea fan, bro, seeing fucking Esteval, right? Who is the IQ is top set maths. Like I told you, bro, these men are top set maths, right? And we've barely seen him and Palmer really play together. I gotta take you back all the way to fucking the preseason. We played against Leverkusen. We saw Palmer and Esteval playing together. I was thinking, yo, this partnership is gonna be unstoppable, bruv. And then come the season, we barely see it. We barely see it, bruv. You know what I mean? So, bro, in the summer, it is very important that we improve our wingers. Yeah, we need to improve our wingers. Esteval, I don't know if he's gonna go to the World Cup. If he does, he's probably gonna hurt himself even more, bro. You know what I mean? He might not be fit, ready for the season.
Even if he does make the World Cup, he won't be 100%.
He won't be 100%, and that could go into the season as well, broski. Yeah. On the left-hand side, we definitely need to bring in a left winger. I'm seeing Anthony Gordon right now. Please no. Yeah. If you're gonna bring Gordon, just bring him as an option to have in the squad. But we still need someone who's actually good one-to-one.
If you sign him.
Say again?
If you sign him, he's your best winger.
Bro, Gordon is I want a guy 1v1, yeah, who is this is the annoying thing, Rants, yeah. Gittins is a very good profile in terms of what I want. But the problem with Gittins is it's away from the football. It's up here, broski, right? Well, let me not say away from the football, because football's a mental sport too. He's just bare shy, bruv. Yeah? He's just bare shy, because if you get that guy, you put your arm around that guy, he's a good player. But the problem is he's just a bit, reserved, and he still needs to learn from other people and whatnot. That's the sort of profile I want, bro. I want a techie guy on the left-hand side who's going to just cause teams mayhem, yeah? In Ndaye, right? Before you go and sign Gordon, go sign me in Ndaye, bro. Right?
You want some right-footed Esteval, blood. Listen, it's not bad.
Yes.
I hear it, yeah? But for me, Gittins ain't good enough, bro. Regardless.
You can write him off. You can write him off. I'm not changing my take on the guy, bro.
Remember. And you were telling me about systems, Reed boy. You know what I'm saying? So, told you there's a reason why he wasn't starting at Dortmund, bro. Yeah, I mean, if you're on the bench at Dortmund, then you're not.
He's not a wing back. He's not a wing back. He wasn't playing. They were playing what, a back three. He's not a wing back, bro.
Yeah, but I'll be real, yeah. Like, he just wasn't good enough anyway, blood.
No, man. I think Gittins is a good player, but again, when I look at the environment at Chelsea, it's been shit, and we're yet to see that guy just get a run of 5 to 10 starts. Yeah, Maresca was mainly focusing on fucking on Shirley, bro. Yeah, and then with Gittins, he's been picking up hammies and all of these things, bro. It's just been a write-off of a season. Yeah, but I'll still be happy to keep him next season. Anyone that's writing this guy off, I'm like, how can you even overly judge the guy? We haven't seen the guy really get a run in this team, bro.
Yeah,
so I'm just trying to be fair.
Bro, I'll be real, yeah. I just don't think he's good enough, man. Like, I don't. Like, when I look at Chelsea's team, and Iceman, to answer your question, when I look at Chelsea's team, I look at a team that you can improve very quickly. Do you know what I'm saying? can improve them very quickly. If you revamp Chelsea's attack like Manchester United revamped our attack, we signed 3 attackers last season, and now when you look at the Premier League top scorer list, I think we've got 4 players in. I think we've got 4 players in the top 20 or something like that. We're the only team in there with 4 players in there. It's because, and they're all the players we bought. So this is what I'm saying. Like, if you buy a new attack because you need a new attack, I would argue that you, at least if you were going to argue and say, you know what, keeping Pedro, Neto, Neto and Esteban, because I don't think your right-hand side is that much of a problem, because if you've got a good striker and you've got an attacking left winger, the defensive right winger Neto thing can still run, bro, because you've got balance in it. You got a workhorse on one side, but then you need goals on the other side. If you bring in a left winger that can score goals and you bring in a striker that can score goals, then that Chelsea attack looks serious then, because then you've got a proper striker, you've got João Pedro that can play there as well, then you've got a proper left winger that guarantees you goals on that side as well. So you bring in a left winger striker, you bring in at least one centre back.
I don't think the striker.
You need 2 centre back.
It's the wingers, bro. The wingers, both Rafinha and Maresca, had the same problems with our wingers. Both of those guys were getting our wingers into 1v1 situations, and they just wouldn't do enough, right? When man are just laughing in the when man are chatting shit in the chat, oh, these guys don't Chelsea's tie or some bullshit, whatever they're fucking saying in the chat, bro. Yeah, right. You man are just punked. We've now entered the place, Rants, where, bro, after one season, man are just trying to make wholesale changes again, right? Where you gonna get that stability, broski? Where you gonna get that stability? Yeah. I said this the other day, bruv. If there was social media back in the day, guys would want to get rid of Drogba after his first season, right?
No, you're correct. You're 100% correct.
That's what people will be doing. So these people, right? They want to try and get onto me. But one thing about me, when it comes to the ball thing, I analyze everything, broski. Yeah, I look at the environment. I look at how who you're playing with. I look at how the manager's using you. I look at who you're playing with, right? I look at how much game time you've been given, how much of a run you've been given. I don't understand how these guys can be writing this guy off when we're yet to see man get a run in the team. Yeah, we're yet to see this guy get a run in the team, bro. You'll see man playing here and there. Stop, start. He leaves again.
You know what I'd say?
He leaves again.
You look at someone like Didier Drogba. Didier Drogba joined Chelsea off the back here of almost a breakout season in Europe. Mad goal in the Europa League.
They would want him gone, Rants. They would want him gone, broski.
Drogba came off the back of like a really good season. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you ain't signed no one off the back of a really good season.
Bro, when we signed Delap, the general consensus was that we have signed a
potential, but it wasn't a Drogba season though.
It wasn't a Drogba season, but bro, it was a very good season to go and invest. You said it yourself. If we don't,
you're right. Now, I would have signed Delap at Man United, and the funny thing is, like, this might sound crazy, but off the ball, Delap would have given us more than Sesko. Like, he would have. Like, one thing that pisses me off about Sesko is he don't press well. He don't physically put himself about. And even for the goal we conceded yesterday, Sesko was scratching his nuts like right in front of the guy, bro, when he could have put himself about. I think that he should have put more pressure on the guy on the ball. But Delap didn't. It wasn't Drogba.
No, it wasn't Drogba, but you're missing the point, bro. I'm just saying, Drogba's first season, you can say it was frustrating at parts, What I'm saying is, if that was in today's day and age where there's social media and that, man would be saying, this guy is not good enough, get rid of him. That's what they'll be saying.
You are right, bro.
That's where we are now. I was seeing the same thing with Sancho. Get rid of this Sancho guy, is not good enough. I was literally advocating for I'm like, Sancho for me is not a guaranteed starter every week, but he's coming to the team and he's actually contributed, bro. This guy, I think he had like 15 G or something like that, right? Look what's happened to our left-hand side. Look what's happened to our left-hand side, bro. We needed this guy to stay, right? People were saying the exact same thing. People are so quick. This is what I'm saying. Like, these lot that want to just keep disposing of players, You're as bad as Clear Lake, bro. You're as bad as fucking Clear Lake, You can't be running a business where the turnover is mad every single summer, bruv, right? New guys are coming in. Where the fuck is the stability? Where the fuck is the stability going to be, bro? Yeah?
Correct.
You're saying there's too much missing from Gittins' game. Iceman, How do you think man's gonna learn and get that experience if he's not playing? How?
You're right, but I would argue, yeah, a club like Chelsea, yeah, shouldn't be bringing man in, yeah, to be learning anything, bro. Like I
hear it.
Like you don't bring if you're gonna bring in him as a developmental winger, then you don't bring in Garnacho.
Exactly.
You bring in one or the other.
But the reality is, we brought in Shirley with him. He should have been the one. Gittins should have been the one that Maresca was prioritizing. He was prioritizing Shirley, bro. Right?
But that tells you that he wasn't rating Gittins like that. Is that not a Gittins problem?
Oh, listen, he wasn't rating Dewsbury Hall like that. He wasn't rating Vega like that. He wasn't rating,
Dewsbury Hall's another good player that you man shagged.
Maresca's done this, bro. Maresca's done this with 3 different sets of players at Leicester 2. Yeah. So maybe that's a Maresca problem, bro. Because that guy, I'm sorry, as much as I liked him, he did not know how to really utilize the squad. He had his little core of players that he liked. Everyone else can fuck off, bro. Yeah. Dewsbury Hall said it himself. It didn't matter what I did in training, bro. It just felt like when it came to match day, I'm not getting a look in. Yeah. And that's how I felt.
I haven't seen those scores, but fair play.
That's what he said, bro. And that's how I feel with certain man. Now. Say that again.
He's playing well now.
He's playing well now. But I kept saying, bro, last season, man was saying the exact same thing. Oh, this is Chelsea's tie. This is that. You're deluded. You're deluded. I'm like, bro, I know what Dewsbury Hall is like when he's at his best. What I'm seeing at Chelsea right now is a guy who is not confident. Because every time he gets the ball, Rants, he's passing responsibility on to other people. He's not even trying to ball carry, bro. Right? That's a guy who, in his mind, he's not there. He needs a run of games. He needs to get that confidence, broski. You're gonna play man once every few weeks, and you expect man to do something, bro. Right? You don't even know how to play with the team. Yeah. But these are things that certain man just don't understand about the game. They don't understand these things, bro. Because a lot of these guys play like their fucking laces are tied up together, blood. Yeah. They play like a fucking mermaid when they try bang ball. You know what I mean? I would love to kick ball with a lot of these guys because they've got a lot of yap. But I know a lot of these guys can't fucking kick a football, bruv. Yeah? I'm telling you, bro. Gittins is a similar sort of thing. Maresca should have spent way more time on that guy because he was a closer profile to what he wanted.
Bro, yeah? I agree. Bro, listen, nobody understands how crap Garnacho is more than me. So, Gittins should 100% been the starter. But I did tell you at the beginning, it looks like he's prioritizing Garnacho. Garnacho's your starter, bro. And you were adamant that no, Garnacho's not the main one. He's not the main one. Bro, he's been the main one. I told you.
I couldn't picture a world, Rants, yeah, where Shirley is getting prioritized ahead of a guy who is good 1v1, right? He's actually good at crossing the ball as well. He's actually got a few assists this season. He hasn't scored a lot of goals, but if you remember the goal against Wolves, that banger, man slapped it in, yeah? And that during that little period there, he was actually picking up a bit of momentum, right? But at least with Gittins, you know that man's got something on the ball. He's got flair and he's unpredictable. This Shirley guy was so far from what Maresca wanted in a winger. That's where I blame the sporting directors for bringing him. But then Maresca, bro, no one put a gun to your head to be starting this brother.
You're right, because Rafinha came in and he rather play Enzo on the wing than Garnacho. So that means no one was forcing Garnacho to play.
Exactly, broski. And even now I'm looking at Jesse Derry. I'd rather see Jesse Derry on the wing. Yeah? I'd rather see Jesse Derry on the wing. He can't do any worse than that guy. He can't do any worse than that guy. Yeah? And Derry's a baller as well. Derry's another one who's good 1v1. He might not be the complete package right now, but I'm sorry, this guy is they're still young players, broski. They are still young players, right? These guys are not gonna get better unless they are played. You don't fucking learn until you play. You get that experience, broski. So then next time you get in a certain position, instead of shooting, you're gonna learn next time to pass. Yeah. Instead of running, next time you're gonna learn to link up play, running behind you, get the goal, right? These are all things that you're not gonna learn without playing. So what do you want Gittins to do? He's out in the cold. He comes on again, microwave minutes, broski. I'm not even surprised the guy's been picking up these injuries, Rants, because you know there's certain man, yeah, that like the way they're built, you can't just keep them on the bench because they'll just get injured.
Keep playing.
They'll just get injured, broski, right? Gittins is an explosive player. You gotta keep his engine warm. If his engine's cold, I'm not surprised he'll get injured. You know what I'm saying, bro? And even now, like, if you look at Esteval, these guys are bulking up, bro. Yeah? We're feeding these guys the Wagyu. I told you about the Wagyu that we're going to be feeding them.
But they have to because it's the physical demands of the league. Like, naturally, their body's going to adapt and they could pick up injuries because of that.
Exactly, they could, but let them get used to their body. Yeah, let them get used to their body, broski. And that's where I was getting frustrated with Maresca, because I just felt like there was players like Santos, players like Gittins, yeah, players like Esteval. These guys were just not getting a real run in the team. The team went still, and I'm seeing Neto and Shirley on the wing. But when I say these things, I'm called delusional. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. I know what I'm fucking talking about, mate.
Yeah, but the thing is, yeah, you see with football, and this can be put to any team, yeah. Like no matter what manager you have, he's never gonna get everything right, guys. You know them ones. So just like when I say with Carrick, there's loads of things that he's not getting right. You know them ones there, but he's getting things right as well. And the thing is with Maresca might have got more things right than
wrong.
Than Rosenior, but he still was getting shit wrong, blood. Like starting Garnacho weekly is a sackable offense, in my opinion. Sackable. You know them, man. Like that's how I feel. Like when I watch Ruben Amorim kept playing Højlund and Garnacho, yeah, it's a sackable offense because I saw Rosenior, yeah, play Enzo instead of Garnacho. That's the kind of shit I'm on. If I don't have a winger, I'll play someone else because I'm just not playing you.
Exactly.
And this is why I said, yeah, when fucking Eric Ten Hag, yeah, and Ruben Amorim, when they kept playing Højlund up front, brother, I'd rather play Mason Mount up front. I'd rather play Bruno up front. I'm not playing you. I don't care. Like, bro, man don't understand. Like, you're so shit. I'd rather play someone that's not a striker than play Rasmus Højlund. And I rated Rosenior for that. So it's one of them ones where Rosenior done certain things wrong, yeah, but at the same time, man understood, yeah, that having Garnacho on the pitch, yeah, is like starting with 10 men. You're better off playing someone else.
You see what I'm saying, bro? And that's where I kept telling you, bro. All the receipts are still there. The definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Yeah, I told you that our team went stale, Rants. What the fuck are you gonna do with a pairing of Garnetto? We call those guys Garnetto.
Yeah, horrible. Yeah?
Horrible. João Pedro, bro. João Pedro was suffering as well. This guy went like 7 games with no shots on goal, right? And João Pedro's not a bad player. João Pedro can go right now.
No, he's not. He's a good player.
He's a very good player. He goes to Arsenal right now. He's gonna help them win the league.
Yeah, 100%, bro. He does everything, yeah, that them man want Kai Havertz to do, and he can finish.
But he can finish too. He goes there. He's gonna go help those guys win the league.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. If he was there from the start of the season, they probably won the league already.
Do you know what I'm saying, bro? So I'm sorry, man need to be looking at these things, bro. Like we've got too many. We try to build this advanced system where wingers get all this 1v1, you know, space and whatnot, and then we just haven't got the wingers to do it. Garnetto, go look at their success rate dribbling wise last season. They were one of the worst. They were
the worst in the league, bro. In Europe, individually, they were 2 of the worst players.
Now look at that. Then go check Gittins. Go check Gittins, bro. When you go check his metrics from last season in the Bundesliga, successful dribbles #1, take-ons #1, right? I'm looking at that profile. Someone who's good at taking on their man.
Yeah, but also the Bundesliga, though, man. Come on, man. That place.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, but Rants, I'm sorry, bro. You go put Shirley in there. He's still not doing that.
I hear that, but Shirley is a Sunday league player. Like, it's different though.
Neto's not doing that either. Yeah, Neto's not doing that either, bro. So the point that I'm making is that our team has been, the way that it's been built very wishy-washy, very confused, right? It's like we're thinking this guy is a certain profile, but he's not. We've got managers that are trusting certain man that are just not good enough. And that's why I'm telling you, you fucking give us Olise, we're in a much better position, bro. You take Maresca to Barcelona right now, and he's got Yamal and he's got Rafinha. He's cooking over there. Yeah? He's cooking over there. Even take Rosenior over there. He's not losing 5 games in a row. I told you, brother, I'm not blaming everything on Rosenior. I get the intangibles. They didn't respect this man, right? He made a big decision dropping Sanchez in the Champions League and starting Jorgensen. Big decision. Playing Reece in the midfield 2 games in a row, days apart, getting this guy injured. That's a howler. But away from that, bro, I saw these wingers getting opportunities time and time again. The amount of times that we give Shirley the ball in this team, yeah, I swear, it gets me mad. Because I'm like, why do we keep giving this guy the ball? Because all he's going to do is tap, tap. He does this little tap, tap, tap. It's a fake drop of the shoulder, Rants. He doesn't sell no one, yeah? I even said on my channel the other day, bro, the way he drops his shoulder, it's like Mary J. Blige, bro. Yeah, Mary Blige darkest, bro. Yeah, it's like this. He drops his shoulder like this, but no one's moving. No one's moving anyway, right? So what the fuck do you think Rossini's gonna do with these guys? Nothing's gonna happen, and that's why I said Esteval needs to come into the team and be playing, bro. But then, surprise, surprise, he gets injured as well. Yeah, he gets injured as well, broski. That's what I'm telling you. These sporting directors need to go. They all need to fucking go, bro.
And the new deal, my brother. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm telling you, bro. Garnett, surely he dribbles and drops his shoulder like Mary J. Blige. I'm telling you, broski.
Bro, yeah? He's terrible. He's terrible. You know what I'm saying? So because your sporting directors ain't leaving, yeah, do you have any faith, yeah, in your board getting it right with the next manager? Because they're saying that you reached out to Xabi Alonso or something like that. Like what even is that? That's why I'm saying to you, Don, trust me. As much as you think you want Champions League football, you don't. Trust me. If you don't get Champions League and you don't win the cup, yeah, you might see the full reset, yeah, that your club needs, bro. I think you need that reset, or you're gonna end up like Tottenham, yeah. You win the trophy, man, think it's all sweet, and the next season is peak, bro.
Nah, I'm sorry, Rants. I'm sorry, man. I think it's too far gone now. It's too far gone, bro. We've had 3 managers in one season. Again, yeah? Again. And they've been here now nearly 4 years. The FA Cup ain't papering over any cracks. Not this time round. I'm sorry. I just don't see it, broski. If you had asked me this maybe last year or 2 years ago, because last season, the Club World Cup did paper over certain cracks, bro. I don't see that happening again.
Sure.
Yeah? I don't see that happening again, broski. I don't. Yeah? So when it comes to these managers, I'm telling you right now, I'm not even overly, thinking about the manager that I want, because I'll just be back here again. I'll be back here again in a year because the recruitment shit, and we've got another manager who's got rubbish wingers that can't do nothing. He's got rubbish centre-backs that can't do nothing. I'm looking at the recruitment first more than anything. I'm looking at the recruitment first, broski. Yeah? Because we need to bring 4 or 5 players who are good enough to be starting for Chelsea in the summer. And now, Rants, what I want now, yeah, just get me Premier League, bro. If you want to go get other players from other leagues and that, it depends who it is. I'll consider. But now, get me in Dai, get me Lacroix.
But this is what we've been doing. I think that's what you have to do, bro. I'll be honest. I think what you have to do is you need to shop in the Premier League.
Yep.
I know that's going to be a bit more expensive, and you need to get a manager that is player focused.
Broski, the thing about it right now, I was talking to Matisse now earlier about this, yeah, and was talking about managers like Fabregas and that, Iriola. The problem that you've got, yeah, is like we keep fast tracking these guys, bro. We fast track players, we fast track managers, right? Iriola, Matisse is right. Matisse was saying this earlier. Iriola's next step should be a Tottenham now, yeah. It should.
Yeah, but you lot are Tottenham now,
bro. Fuck that. Yeah, God
but
forbid.
You are though. You're Tottenham, and Tottenham right now are West Ham, bro.
Oh, listen, we've seen Chelsea in our pomp have seasons where we're finishing 10th and whatnot, right?
Yeah, but this is different, bro. 3 different managers. Like, this is different.
Well, I was seeing similar shit before, right? And then the following year, we decided to fix up. We're back competing. We're back doing whatever. We're not too far gone to now say we are the new Tottenham. It's not there, bro, right? But what I'm saying is these sort of managers, Iriola and these sort of guys, Marco Silva, let them go another step up before they come to a Chelsea, bro. And it's the same thing as Fabregas, right? Fabregas right now, bro, yes, he might get the respect from the players because of who he is and what he's won. I hear all of that. But he's done fuck all. You know, like Mikel said, he's done fuck all. Yeah? He's done fuck all, mate. Yeah? When it comes to managing, that guy's done nothing, bro. He done fuck all. Yeah? Nothing at all. So when man are trying to fast track this guy into England and that, bro, that's a problem again. So when I'm looking at who's available right now, managers that I would look at, bro, Glasgow will probably make the most sense. Glasgow will probably make the most sense, broski, because he's already in the Premier League. The guy it doesn't look like fucking like he's a pushover. He's a militant brother.
And he's got a good coaching staff as well. And he's pragmatic. He adapts to the players he's got. That's what Chelsea need. Chelsea don't need a system manager like a Iriola or something that's going to come in and try and get you to play a certain way. I'll be honest, you don't need that, bro.
Bro, and the thing about Glasner, people think he just plays a back 3, right?
No,
at Wolfsburg, yeah. Let me even read this out because I was reading this on the.
He played a 4-2-3-1, bro.
Exactly, he played a 4-2-3-1 because people have this assumption that he didn't. Yeah. So let me even read this for you right now.
And he used the lap as well because I think he had Weghorst in that team.
So at Wolfsburg, he used a 4-2-3-1 in 31 games. He used a 3-4-2-1 in 13 games. He used a 4-3-3 in 9 games, right? 4-4-2 in 9 games. So, bro, most of the games at Wolfsburg, he was using a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, he's an adaptable manager, bro.
Yeah, it's not just a back three that he uses, bro. You know what I mean? So when I'm looking at the options right now, like, okay, you can look at Xabi Alonso as well. Like, yeah, he's won the league in Germany and whatnot. I think he'll demand a bit more respect. But again, yeah, he hasn't got a Premier League experience, bro. The managers, that's what I'm saying. I'm focusing on the Premier League. I want guys, managers and players that know the stadiums. They fucking know the schedule around Christmas. They already know, tactics of certain teams. They know the stadium already, right? That's what I want, because I'm sick and tired of gambling. I want to minimize the risk going forward now, Rants. You get it? I want to minimize the risk, bro. Any signing, any manager you make, you can say is a gamble, yes, but it's all about minimizing risk. Yeah, that's what it's all about, bro. So Marco Silva, nah, I'm sorry, let him go elsewhere. I like how he communicates.
Yeah, Marco Silva's mad negative. You don't want him.
Yeah, man, I don't really want that. I don't really want that. And I'm not saying, Glasner's my number one. I'm just saying that's the sort of manager in terms of what he's got on his CV. Bro, man won fucking Palace their only trophy in their history and whatnot. FA Cup. Yeah. He won the Europa League at Frankfurt and that, right? Like, you can tell that he's not going to be a guy that's just going to be disrespected by these players. I told you before, these are young delinquents. Yeah, they're young delinquents, broski. You know what I mean? With Rosinha, man will go in toilet. They're not even asking the teacher to get up to go toilet. They're just getting up and going, bro. Right? They're chucking paper planes in lesson and whatnot. They're yapping off. They're talking. Yeah. But come on, bro. Like we need a guy that's gonna come in and lock these men in and make sure that they fucking understand what they're doing and they can't put anything past him. You couldn't put anything past Maresca, and we lost that. Yeah, we lost it, and then we brought Matisse. Howler, absolute howler, bro. And he even did worse than Potter. He even did worse than Potter, broski. But I told you about that guy anyway. I told you. I just feel sorry for him, Rants. It's beyond what he could have done. Beyond what he could have done, bro, because he had the same problems as Maresca too. You know what I mean? I said throwing jammy dodges at Liam. I'm telling you, bro, these man were chucking things at my man. Yeah? Chucking things at my man, bro. They weren't listening to this guy, bro. Yeah, Marco Silva over Areola any day. Defensive coaches at Chelsea always succeed. Bro, we just need a manager, yeah, that's able to coach an attack and coach a defense. Have a balance. Not too defensive and not too attacking. We need a balance in between. Yeah, that's what we need. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. One thing I'd say is with Chelsea, yeah, Chelsea always had better attacking talent. That's why.
Exactly.
So yeah, so you could have a defensive manager, but now, like, bro, I think you need better attackers if you're gonna just get a defensive manager.
We need better attackers, bro. The season that we won the league in 04-05, right? I saw this guy trying to compare us to Arsenal and that. Broski, we had Frank Lampard getting 18 assists in the Premier League, 13 goals. Yeah, 18 assists, 13 goals. We haven't got a single attacker that's doing that right now in the Premier League, bro. Right? Before, when we had these defensive managers, we had Hazard. So we had a talisman that could just, it don't matter the system. Like Company has said before about Hazard. It don't matter the system. You put him in that system, he's gonna create chaos for you. Right? The only system that Hazard came into that was attacking was with Sarri, bruv. Right? The only real attacking system that Lampard had in that at Chelsea was with Ancelotti. The rest of the time was pragmatic.
Yeah, Sarri was a legit attacking manager.
Yeah. So most of the time, a lot of these players, Drogba and that, bro, they didn't play with the likes of Ancelotti. They played with Mourinho's, yeah? The Rafa Benitez and these sort of guys, bro. Yeah? Scolari, right? We had Pedro and Costa, you're right. And we had Fabregas too. Fabregas used to just find Costa all the time. That relationship that those two had was fantastic. But we had Conte though. But who did Conte have? Conte had Victor Moses and Alonso on the other side. Those are basically like your wingers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we had Hazard, we had Costa, we had Fabregas. That team was so balanced. We had Matic. Yeah. Look at the team. Look how balanced that team is, bro. Gary Cahill and fucking John Terry at the back. Courtois in goal. Come on now, bro. The levels is different over them sides. You're talking about top players. Top players, bro. That could really execute that system, because playing that back three system and winning the league with it in the Prem is not easy to do, Rants. but we had the perfect players to execute that. You know what I'm saying?
We
had the perfect players to execute that, bro. What man did to Victor Moses was mad.
Yeah. But that's what happens when you use a player to their strengths, bro. Then you get a season like that.
Exactly, bro. Exactly, man.
You know what I'm saying? Big up the chat. What are you saying about this Mourinho thing before you wrap up? Jose Mourinho going back to Real Madrid.
Bro, this is where we're at though, Rants, man. This is where we're at. This is why I keep telling people about the managerial market, right?
That's why I said I'll keep Carrick, because there's nothing out there, bruv.
The market is it's the next phase of managers now. It's the companies, it's the Marescas, it's the Artetas.
They're all risks at the moment. No one's proven themselves.
Exactly. So now they've tried the fucking Arbeloa. They've tried the Xabi Alonso. They've gone back to, oh shit, let's bring a militant guy. Because the last guy they had was Ancelotti. Now it's full circle back to Mourinho, right? And when they sacked Mourinho, that was still when you still had the Ancelottis in their primes kind of thing, and there was more like options to pick from. I think even Allegri was still doing well at that time. You know what I mean? Whereas now, it's time to now find your guy, bro. That's where football is. It's time to now find your guy, bro. You know what I mean? So
short term, I think he does well there.
What, this season? I mean, they've lost the league. They're not winning the league this season.
No, but but short term, he does well at Real Madrid in terms of he'll get them together, because Real Madrid's situation is not because they don't have the players. Their situation is they need someone that can control the dressing room. And I think he's that guy, bro. Do you know what I mean? These young G's ain't got no respect for the Arbeloas of this world. And they didn't even have respect for Alonso, but they have respect for Mourinho. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh. And I think that's what will get Real Madrid playing. It is the presence of somebody that's greater than the players in the team, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. I was told, not directly from a Real Madrid player, but I was told that a Madrid player was telling one of my guys, bro, that fucking Alonso used to flip in, like, have these lot watching all their mistakes and that, like, just every week. Every week they're just sitting there like in school, bro, and they hated it.
Yeah, apparently, of course, because this is what these new managers are, bro. They're nerds, bro. These men want to sit down and micromanage and overanalyze every fucking situation, bro. It makes sense, bro. But that's not football.
And if you go into a dressing room like that with Real Madrid, bro, them guys don't want to be.
Of course, they don't want to hear that shit, bro. You know what I mean? Why would they?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, boy, like they're in problems right now, man. They're just in a bit of an identity crisis, isn't it? They're an imbalanced squad. They've got players like Camavinga that are just, you know, a bit all over the place. Their midfield's still imbalanced, hence why they still want Enzo, bro. Right? You know, Militao now is gone. He's not going to be at the World Cup. He's injured in that as well, bro.
Yeah.
Right? Like, Huijsen hasn't really worked out. Bro, Madrid, they basically need another little slight rebuild, pretty much.
Bruv, it's crazy.
Another one, bruv. They would love Olise on the right. Again, Rodrigo, ACL, done.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
And Iceman, I seen this, and guess what? Enrique told Mbappe that because Enrique understands, that in order to be a winner, you have to put the team before yourself, innit? He didn't do that, and that's why they won the Champions League when he left. You know what I mean? It's that simple. Mbappe don't know how to put the team before himself. And this is exactly why PSG struggled, and this is why Real Madrid are struggling right now, bro. Because Mbappe don't know how to put the team before himself. Putting the team before himself means, finding a way to coexist with Vinicius Jr. They ain't done it yet because he thinks he's the most important player at the club. And this is why, personality-wise, it was best for PSG that he left. That is it, bro. And this is why you need a manager like Jose, because Jose will tell him, bro, like, you're not more important than a football club. You're not more important than anyone here. You're not more important than me, blood. Because Jose don't believe anyone's more important than him. So he needs somebody there that has a bigger ego than him, and Jose fits that. So I think Jose and Mbappe will actually get on. You know what I mean? That's the crazy thing. I think they'll get on. I think Jose will know psychologically how to get the best out of Mbappe, bro. You could turn him into an absolute monster.
Yeah. I think Jose will just go tell these guys, yo, you don't want kids, go do your thing. Simple.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Ain't really much tactically that goes into it, Mo. It's just more, trusting these players to go and execute what they need to execute, bro. It's as simple as that at times. That's literally what McFarlane did the other day, bro. You don't know what you're doing. you know, Sanchez, don't keep going short. Go long if you need to, bro, because they're going to be man-for-man pressing us. And we're going to beat them. Done. You know what I'm saying? Go home. Yeah, whereas some managers want to be, Rants, you need to be there in the Pythagoras system of that bit there. Yeah?
Yes,
and
nonsense.
then you need to be over there, and then you need to be there, right? When the ball comes on that side, we need to be on the circumference of the 90 degrees and over there. You know what I mean? Nah, man, you can't be overcomplicating the game, bro. Let them play. Yeah? You know what I'm saying? Just relax. Like Mikel says, bro. That guy's got too many quotes, you know?
No, but he's right, though. Do you know what I'm saying? He's 100% right. It's just that because he's so animated, it's hard to really take man serious because he seems like he's being mad emotional, but everything he says comes from a place of like cool, like he understands, like he doesn't know what he's talking about. It's just that he goes too far sometimes.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Do you know what 100%. I'm saying? Big up the chat. Make sure we get these lights up. Make sure you subscribe to Don. And man said, how good was John Stones? Obviously, John Stones is going to be leaving Man City at the end of the season. John Stones was probably the best centre-back England produced of his generation, like comfortably, bro. And the mad thing is, it's like John Stones kind of had two careers, blood, because he was the young up-and-coming player that, do you know what I mean, had all the promise, kept getting injured. And then it's like John Stones got older, and then he had like got like a second wind where he was just unreal for City for like a few years. But John Stones was ridiculous, bro. He was one of England's like wonder kids, bro. Like he's probably like since Rio Ferdinand, he was probably like the centre back wonder kid. Like he was ridiculous, bro. Like
he was ridiculous at Everton, bro. He was
playing for Everton. I swear he was when he broke through at Everton, he was like a teenager or something.
Bro, they bought him from Barnsley, bro. You're forgetting.
Or when he started playing at Everton, sorry, he was a teenager, no?
Yeah, he didn't come through their academy.
He didn't come through the academy. Yeah, they bought him, but he was a teenager, right?
And then he was cooking. I'm pretty sure he was a teenager at the time. Yeah, and then
19.
He went to City for 50 games, didn't he?
18, they're saying 18, 19. Yeah, he was sick, bro.
Yeah, he was playing. He was.
Yeah.
Exactly, they bought him from Barnsley, so he was up and coming already from Barnsley.
Yeah, like we bought Phil Jones from Blackburn, and he was a lot better than Phil Jones.
Like, you know when they say Rolls Royce?
Yeah, he was that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Technically, he was a lot better.
He was incredible, bro.
Like he
was unlucky with injuries. He made some mistakes when he was younger, and people wrote him off and thought that he was going to be mistake prone for the rest of his career. But John Stones had some serious seasons where he contributed to City winning the league, like heavily, especially the season where he was stepping into midfield, and that he was probably their most important player, bro.
That treble season,
yeah,
broski, man was like stepping into that midfield and that, like, yo, man was moving like, what's that? Play football, is it Beckenbauer, bro? Man was moving like him, yeah, stepping into the midfield, bro, destroying play, dictating play, like that City team isn't one of my favorite ones. But that you see that one thing about that City team here, Rants, yeah, it was just so efficient. You know what I mean? Like it was just like it was like a serious machine. Yeah. Serious machine, that one, bro. Everything just was aligned. Yeah, he was serious in that treble season, man.
Now he was sick because it allowed Pep Guardiola to throw extra attacking players forward because you got a centre back in that area, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So he could build up with one extra player because you've got a defender there, bro. Like, bro, Pep was doing some mad science, blood, that season, bro, with some of the shapes that he was playing, and John Stones was integral, bro. So
that performance at Champions League final, bro, that's one of the best performances I've seen in a final, bruv. At the highest level that he was playing, bro. And there's a few Chelsea fans. I was going back and forth with my guys in my group chats earlier, saying, oh yeah, we should bring him. I said, bro, we can't be gambling. Right? I like John Stones.
Listen,
I like
you
his
could
ability,
be worse than John Stones on a free, bro. You man are desperate.
Nah, Rants, I'm sorry, bro. Listen, he'll come here and he'll just break down again, bro. And what will make it even worse, you go get Iriola.
Like, I hear all of that, but bro, like, between him and Fofana, yeah, it's like, brother, at least if one of them are fit, you're all right, blood. You man are cooked.
Nah, man, I'm sorry, man. I'm not hearing it. Bro. I get your ability, bro, but I don't want to be seen, man, playing 5 games, is out for 3 months.
Ake's leaving as well. Fuck, City got a whole new rebuild to do again.
Yep.
But if them two are leaving, if Pep wins the league, yeah, I reckon he leaves, you know, because bro, Pep can't stay for another rebuild. He'd be like, fuck this, man.
Nah. I think Pep will take a break if he wins the league, and then you'll probably see him do like international. Probably do international.
I think now, if he wins the league, there's no reason for him to stay again if they're gonna do another rebuild.
Give it Maresca. You know what I'm saying? Give it Maresca, bro. That'll be another manager that will win the league before Arteta, bro. Like slow.
I hear
you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, bro?
You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, we'll finish up there anyway. We'll finish up there, man.
Run up the lights, people. Lit show. Red Talk at 6:30 with Flawless, and then obviously we're gonna watch the Champions League. What you got coming up for the week, bro?
Yeah, pit stop on Thursday, people. Make sure that you lot check it out. Obviously we done Blue Diaries and that yesterday, so check it out before the game tonight, man. And then I put out my review as well. Obviously I was at Wembley, so yeah, go check it out. It was like a little vlog, and then I did my review after. So make sure that you lot are checking it out. And then yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back next week. Rants, me and you will go live on Tuesday, bro, because Chelsea play at 3 o'clock on Monday, innit? Yeah, bro. Bank holiday.
3 o'clock on Monday. What you man got a school game or something? Who you playing against?
Forest at home.
3 o'clock on Monday. What's Monday? Is Monday bank holiday or something?
Bank holiday, yeah.
Oh, about man said 3 o'clock on Monday. I was like, bro, that man got a school match.
We got 3 o'clock Monday against Forest, yeah, the only game. And then you've got City playing in the evening. City playing in the evening, isn't it?
3 o'clock on Monday is crazy. Man said after school and that. Them man it's playing.
I ain't seen that,
bro. Them man playing Acton High and that.
Someone in my chat said it's happened before, yeah, on Boxing Day on a Monday. But like Boxing Day is Boxing Day, bro. But like on a bank holiday in May, I ain't never seen that shit, bro.
Yeah, May Day, innit? Bank holiday. There's 2 bank holidays in May, start and end, always.
Yeah, I ain't never seen that. Bro. So yeah, next week Monday we won't do the show, but we'll do it on Tuesday again.
Yeah.
We'll do it on Tuesday again, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, big up the chat, man.
All right, Fez. You know what I mean? Big up the chat. You already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm going to raid Saeed, and then I'll be back here at 6:30, people.